So this means Emu had to have the power to not just freeze the world, but everything. This includes age, breathing, and people's
Oh my god,
minds.
this reminds me of Dr. Stone! Oh no!
But in reality...
Hey, what's up guys, it's Fancy Hero, and today we'll be reacting to some of the One Piece theories. I've seen this TikTok account for a bit now, and I really like some of their theories, so we're gonna watch one of the playlists that they have for the best theories. Probably seen some of it before, but we'll watch it again anyways. But before we start, look at my hair. Whoa, my hair never looked this good. They're always like going this way, that way, and like never together. Like, whoa. I went to bed and woke up and it looked nice. It just decided today it would look good. That's why I want to film today too, I guess. But yeah, look at it. Wow, my hair's never been this good. But yeah, let's get started.
Guys, Oda is a genius. He hid the truth of the Void Century right in front of us this entire time. So we know the Void Century happened around 800 to 900 years ago, and it's a 100-year gap that only left the poneglyphs which possess the ancient history. But more specifically, 9 of the poneglyphs, which are called the Rio poneglyphs. And these relics were created in Wano during the Void Century, then given to various ancient families to protect them. We also know the first time this Void Century became such a big talk was when the Tantata tribe, or more specifically Gancho, told us in chapter 726 that they had detailed records of history up until 900 years ago, and then there's a blank 100 time period with no records until history picks back up with a new king emerging. This indicates that the Void Century is more of a pause button, where the world just fast forward 100 years. It's not like anyone was wiped out by a mass genocide or civilizations were destroyed, but quite literally a void in time.
Lilicia. Oh, that'll definitely be spoilers, obviously.
Were the ones to create it? So why is there this clash between this lost history? Well, this all ties back to the great cleansing that the 5 elders discussed, and why Wano has such big walls blocking entry. And guess who else has walls blocking entry? That's right, the Red Line, where the celestial dragons live, and Zunatia, where the Mink tribe lives. All 3 of these places are packed with history about the ancient world. So what's the deal here? Why are all these important ancient places so high up? Well, that's because the great cleansing. Now, when we think of a cleansing, we think about cleaning something with water, which in the One Piece world could very well be a huge flood. And this isn't that far of a stretch, because isn't it weird there is a huge ship on Fishman Island named Noah? I mean, having a huge boat named Noah, which was created during the Void Century, screams flood. So what I'm trying to say is,
yeah, we
the
don't
world
know.
government, Zunatia,
We don't know
and
what
Wano all hold huge
that
significance
picture
to the story, and coincidentally have huge walls protecting it from the ocean for potential floods. So what if the world government somehow managed to create or unleash a weapon that is powerful enough to create a huge flood? But right before this, Emu betrayed the ancient civilizations and Joy Boy, then took the 19 kingdoms to live on the Red Line. But to control the entire world forever, Emu needed to have the history destroyed, so she unleashed the weapon, flooding the world. But this doesn't explain how Wano was safe. Well, this is where Lily comes into play. We know that Lily was the queen of Alabasta, which was the only kingdom to not go up to the Red Line, because she rebelled and created the poneglyphs and hid them. This would explain why Wano was ready for a flood by building walls. With all this info, I will be doing a part 2 to go into more depth about how Emu had the power to create the Void Century. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Okay, that was really good. Nice. I was about to say that. Yeah, do we actually know what's the purpose of Noah is? I only know that their Joy Boy said he's gonna bring it up, and Neptune promised to keep it safe. I don't remember the purpose of Noah. We might know, we might not know, but it's been a while since I've seen Fishman Island, but that was good. Where's part 2? I'm just gonna go through the playlist that he have. I'm not picking any videos specifically.
Guys, Imu may have the strongest power in One Piece. She literally caused the Void Century and flood by herself. As we all know from my most recent video, the Void Century was caused by Emu flooding the world.
I think this is part 2.
But I didn't explain how Emu could have achieved this, nor why there is an exact 100-year gap in history. So we know that this flood couldn't have been mass genocide because the Tantata tribe survived. This could mean that the flood and the 100-year gap in history are two separate things which were caused by the same thing. And I know it's going to sound crazy, but just hear me out. What if Emu stopped the planet from rotating? Now yes, it sounds crazy. And you're probably asking, how could Emu achieve this? Well, this ties back to a very consistent theme in One Piece, which are swirls. Yes, I know what it sounds like, but we see swirls everywhere. Sanji's eyebrows, the devil fruits, and most importantly, in the One Piece planet itself. Oda even said during an SPS that swirls have a way bigger importance to the story, because if the planet stops spinning, the world will be covered in tidal waves. This shows that the world swirling is extremely important, just as important as making the world one piece again by removing the red line. And we know Emu and the world government have already been involved in not making the world one piece. So this makes the Great Cleansing connect back to the swirling of the planet, because if you were to stop this swirling, massive waves would crash into the red line and also flood sea level islands, really causing the Great Cleansing, which would make Wano, Zoo, and Skypiea the only known places that would be safe. But now the question is, how in the world did Emu manage to stop the planet from swirling? And what's the deal with the exact 100-year gap in history? Well, this ties into Foxy's slow particles, which we know can freeze something for 30 seconds, but more importantly, Foxy can utilize undisputed light particles that are likely connected with Emu's powers. Emu launched an attack on Lulusha Kingdom that has 16 light beams which look almost identical to Kizaru's. Isn't it funny how we haven't seen a superior or inferior version of his fruit yet?
Oh.
While Oda told us Aokiji and Akainu have superior versions of their fruits, we heard nothing of Kizaru's. They also have moved on to different positions, chasing their own ambitions where Kizaru is in the same admiral position, probably because of his inferior fruit. With
I know
Emu
what's
having the
happening, okay,
superior
I don't want to
version,
say it,
letting
but
him
like,
manipulate all types of light, not just the type Kizaru uses, but Foxy's too. So this implies that Emu could have used this type of light, but instead of using it on one target like Foxy, Emu can use it on the entire world, and the only targets that wouldn't be affected by this would be strong Haki users, the water, and maybe devil fruit users. With the planet stopped, tidal waves would flood every kingdom, and if you weren't prepared, you with your kingdom would perish. But mass genocide couldn't have happened because we know the Tontata tribe and the kingdom of Dressrosa survived. So this means Emu had to have the power to not just freeze the world, but everything. This includes age, breathing, and people's
Oh my god,
minds,
this reminds me of Dr. Stone! Oh no!
But in reality, 100 years have passed. This would explain how there is an exact 100-year gap in history. But how was Wano not affected? Because they were the only place to create Sea Stone, which they probably used to bypass Emu's powers. And the World Government Alliance had to have a way to not get affected too, probably by using mirrors or some other power. And if you think about it, the floods wouldn't really kill anyone because they aren't breathing. So this makes the flood mainly for devil fruit users. If the world government wanted to have a great cleansing, would it only be right to clean up and take control all the devil fruits? Then the government could have used this power with the 19 kingdoms' huge wealthy armies to kill all the people that knew of this history or survivors of Emu's
Sorry, I just read some of the
and
comments.
now, in the current story, the world government wants to do this again, implying that the world government needs to do this every 800 years in order to stay in control of the masses. This is where Roger comes in. Roger knew of this history and encouraged everyone to go find his treasure, creating the Great Pirate Era, leading the path for Luffy to do the things Roger and Joy Boy failed to do by destroying the Red Line and making the world one piece again. So with the super theory over, I want to know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Peace out. This idea was formulated by The Hidden Island, Doc Saki, and Marshall D. Preach on YouTube, so go check their videos out for way more info.
Oh, damn, that was good. I just saw the comments like, bro is inside Oda's walls. That, I've heard of that theory before, that in the end, Luffy will destroy the Red Line and make One Piece, the world become one. I've heard that theory before, and this just give a lot more information on Emu and all that stuff. But they just said that Emu is a she, so she's the queen? I don't know. We don't know how Emu looks like yet, so I'll just say they, but That's so. Oh, sorry. Okay, that was next video. But yeah, that was so good. I agree with that. How do people come up with all these? This is so good. I can't wait. I can't wait to see when Oda finishes the series. Oh God.
Guys, Oda is a genius. He has been hiding where the One Piece is right in front of us all along.
He has.
So we know what seems to be the most insignificant arc, Long Ring, Long Land. This arc gave us nothing, and it seems Oda was just trying to have fun.
I remember
but that is
Robin
actually not the case.
literally just like stopped.
In this panel, the old man named
when they
Tanji
were
explains that the reason everything is stretched
competing
out is because they feel free. Sounds similar to Luffy's powers? And know that Logia fruits, when awakened, can change entire environments. Also, Luffy's fruit seems to be very special, kinda like it could do the same. Okay, I'm not saying Luffy is going to obtain Logia fruit powers, but it just seems weird. But we know that Luffy can affect the environment temporarily. And what supports this even more is when the old man says, "Long time no see," implying that Luffy is Joy Boy, and he hasn't seen him for 800 years. This guy also looks like Oda drawing of Davy Jones, who was a famous pirate way back in time. As I said before, many believe that this arc can be skipped over, kind of like it's been hidden. And when you take into account
I thought
the
that arc
structure of
was
the
a filler.
island,
It wasn't?
seems the island itself is almost completely hidden away from the world. Its structure is made of about 10 points around a circle that are all connected under the water, which is why most of the land is just boring plains. We also know that when you are on the island, a log pose will only point you to one of the 10 points before directing you away to somewhere else completely. Sounds fishy. Then we also know that once every year during Agua Laguna, the island becomes a full crown shape again, which allows the villagers to travel to another point on foot. And who wears crowns? That's right, kings, or the Pirate King. So it's highly likely that Laugh-Tale is inside the crown and is only accessible during low tide or once every year during Agua Laguna. So you would need to go there one specific day in the year. And because log pose doesn't work, you would need a map with directions. You would need to arrive in advance, as once the tide lowers, access to the interior of the crown would be blocked. At that stage, walls would be present, preventing any form of entry. And it would be the best place to hide treasure. Like, who the hell would want to stay in this boring place during one of the biggest storms of the year? So what do you guys think? Could the One Piece treasure be hidden on the island Long Ring, Long Land? Also, this idea comes from Doc Sake on YouTube. So go check out his channel for way more info on this theory.
Damn. Okay, that makes sense. But also, where is Long Ren? Say that like 5 times fast. Yeah, but wasn't it in the first half of the Grand Line though? If Laugh-Tale is gonna be at the end of the Grand Line, I'm not sure how that would work. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. People said that, yeah, considering the fact that Long Ring Long Land is surprisingly canon, this theory might actually be true. This is, yeah, walls everywhere though, just everything's being protected by wall, but that is crazy. No, this island, I remember this island. Wasn't it after Skypiea? I'm rewatching One Piece right now, and I'm on Skypiea. I just remember they were competing for members, right, with the Foxy Pirates. I remember Robin literally just stopped because she was like, there's no way to win this. She should just step out and support them. But yeah, I think that is Long Ring, Long Ren. I really can't say it. But okay, next one. This is so good. This is also good.
Oda just revealed some very vital information. This info is regarding Luffy, Emu, the 5 Elders, the Ancient Weapons, and the Holy Knights. I know there are a lot of factors
I've seen this
in play,
one before.
but Oda has
But
finally connected
that's not
all
Oda.
the dots with the newest
That picture
edition
is
of
not
Sengoku.
Oda. There,
First,
see?
we know that Luffy has the
I've seen
Gomu
this one before. I
Gomu
commented.
model
I swear
Nika.
people never
So
use
this
the
means
right
Luffy
picture
is
of
the
Oda.
representation of the sun, and the sun brings light to the world.
Yeah,
and makes people
I know
happier.
what this is
So
about.
Luffy is the sun that brings
This
joy to
makes
people's
complete
hearts.
sense.
Next
And
up, we see the 5 Elders all have their
And I
respective
totally
names
agree,
as one of the
'cause-
planets in our solar system.
Yep.
Shepherd Jupiter is Jupiter. Ethan Baron V. Nusjuro is Venus. Topman Valkyrie is Mercury. Marcus Mars is Mars, and Jay Garcia Saturn is Saturn. And we know back in Roman times, humans thought that these 5 planets orbited Earth because
It's so
Earth
crazy
was thought
though.
to be the
It's
center
insane
of the solar system.
how we're connecting
Also, we
all
know
of
there are
these.
9 planets in our solar system when including Pluto. Now that we have 5 of the 9 out of the way, let's jump into the ancient weapons Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, who all take on their Greek god names. One is the sky, the other is the ocean, and lastly the underworld. So that's 3 out of the final 4. And we know these weapons were not supposed to oppress others, but help them achieve their earthly ambitions. And it was made to free the world and unite them together. Now we have Imu that represents Earth. Imu, which represents the ego of man and obsession over Earth, fought for the possession of ancient weapons, and most importantly, the control over others. And let's not forget the moons of these planets, and who did Oda just introduce that has a head shaped like a crescent moon? That's right, Scient Fingerland Garling. This shows Oda has finally introduced all the main players and that they all are connected in a way. Imu represents Earth's ego to control, and has the 5 elders or planets and corresponding moons revolving around him, thinking he is the center of the solar system.
This is so
Luffy,
good. This makes
who
so much
represents
sense.
the sun that the solar system actually revolves around, emphasizing the idea that Luffy will bring light to the world by revealing the truth. So what do you guys think of this theory? Is this just a coincidence, or do you think Oda meant to have all these things line up?
Of course he meant to have all these things lined up, but I just wonder if he already have all of these in his mind when he started the series, because this is a lot of information, and I don't think he have all of these thought out 26 years ago when he started the series. It's been 26 years, right? I think so, because last year was 25, so this year has to be 26. All right, next one, and I'm not sure how long this video is gonna be. Oh god, it's been a while already. I was just gonna watch a few interesting ones, but in this playlist there's 10, so I'll probably cut out some that I don't think is important. Sorry, I have to split the videos into 2 parts because I really just don't want my weekly video to be a bit longer than 15 minutes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. It's been Panzahero. I make videos related to One Piece and show/movie reviews. I post usually every Saturday. I'm trying really hard to keep up with the schedule. But if you liked the video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!